Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever, coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today, I'll be doing a review on a JC Wings EVA Air Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in their current livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Easy Toys and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me to share some information about the history of EVA Air and how they came about and still operate strongly as we speak. EVA Air is a Taiwanese international-based airline that was formally established and incorporated on March 8, 1989, as the original name of the airline was to be called Evergreen Airways. However, that title name, Evergreen Airways, was deemed too similar to the unrelated Evergreen International Cargo Airline, and as a result, it was officially given a new name to it has become known to the world today as EVA Air, or EVA Airways, in October of that same year of 1989, and didn't actually begin flying until July 1st, 1991, when the airline officially commenced operations, and the airline's first destination was Singapore, Bangkok, Thailand, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Jakarta, Indonesia, Penang, Malaysia, and Seoul, Gimpo, while the airline's first European destination was Vienna, Austria, using a small fleet of Boeing 767-300ER extended-range jetliner aircraft. EVA Air is currently Taiwan's second largest operating airline after China Airlines respectively, as EVA Air currently operates a largely privately owned corporation, whereas the corporate headquarters of EVA Air is located in the Luzhu district section of Taoyuan City, Taiwan, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Taipei-Taoyuan International Airport, which is located approximately 25 miles west of Taipei, located in the Dayuan district section of Taoyuan City, Taiwan. And the focus city hubs of EVA Air are located at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport, located in Bangkok, Thailand, Hong Kong International Airport, located in Hong Kong, Kaohsiung International Airport, located in Shaojing District section of Kaohsiung, Taiwan, and Taipei Songshan Airport, located in the Songshan District section of Taipei, Taiwan. As of January 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, EVA Air is considered the third safest airline in the world after Sydney-based Qantas and Auckland-based Air New Zealand respectively, with no hull losses, no accidents, or fatalities since the airline's inception in 1989, as EVA Air flies to 62 destinations across Asia, Europe, North America, and Oceania, with an operating fleet of 86 aircraft, which includes 11 Boeing 787s, in which 4 of those are the Boeing 787-9s, and the remaining of those are the Boeing 787-10s, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 86 aircraft that currently operates in EVA Air's fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 17 more aircraft, which includes 14 more Boeing 787s, in which 4 of those are the Boeing 787-9s, and the remaining 10 are the Boeing 787-10s. And those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery at the time of this video review posting. Also, as of January 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, EVA Air is one of 11 airline carriers, along with ANA All Nippon Airways, based out of Tokyo, Japan, Asiana Airlines, based out of Seoul, South Korea, Cathay Pacific, based out of Hong Kong, Garuda Indonesia, based out of Jakarta, Indonesia, Hainan Airlines, based out of Haikou, Hainan, China, Japan Airlines, based out of Tokyo, Japan, Korean Air, based out of Seoul, South Korea, Lufthansa, based out of Cologne, Germany, Qatar Airways, based out of Doha, Qatar, and Singapore Airlines, based out of Singapore, to hold this prestigious honor of operating as a certified 5-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. All right, everyone. Let's take a look at the front of the box, and what you're looking at is mostly green here. You see the aircraft type, the EVA Air billboard title, the airline's logo, the globe logo, the Star Alliance member decal, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft, the Boeing official license product decal, the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model, as well as the famous globe logo you see in the background as well. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft. You see the EVA Air billboard title, the airline's logo, the Star Alliance member decal. The specification concerning this aircraft, the width and the length, as well as the warning information, including the aircraft type. You can pause and read that information if you like, which I find very informative, but in the meantime, I'm gonna keep this moving, all right? Now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the aircraft type, the EVA Air title, the famous globe logo, the Star Alliance member decal, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information at the top of the box. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box. It's pretty much the same information at the top of the box I showed you earlier on. However, there are two versions. This one right here, and then that's another version that JC Wings is going to release at a later date. That's on sale for pre-order now. You can get it if you like it, if you missed out on this one. But this is the one I'm going to do the review on to see what to check on there, okay? All right, now you're looking at the actual model stand that actually came with the model. The bottom of the model stand, you see the EVA Air title, as well as the airline's logo, the aircraft type, as well as the scale model information. And then you look up here at the top of the model stand is the black padding. And the sole purpose of that black padding, everyone, is not only to protect your model, it also prevents it from being damaged or scratched when you put your aircraft model on this particular model stand, all right? All right, now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see in this plastic bag are the actual gear replacement door featuring the two little toothpicks you see there. Please stay tuned as I go into details for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. All right, with all that information out of the way about the history of EVA Air and how they came about and still operating strongly despite what's going on at the time of this video review posting, plus all the details here at the front of the box, as well as the information at the back of the box, plus the actual model stand that came with the model, as well as the gear replacement doors inside that plastic back there. And with no further ado, here is the actual model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The JC Wings EVA Air Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in their current livery scheme in the 1/200 scale model. All right. Please allow me to share some information about the EVA Air Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft and how it became a part of their fleet and is becoming a game changer for this particular airline. EVA Air officially became the 5th airline in the world of aviation after Singapore Airlines, Etihad Airways, United Airlines, and ANA All Nippon Airways respectively that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as EVA Air took delivery of their very first of 20 Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that EVA Air had originally placed orders for back on November 24, 2015, and received their very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number Bravo-178001, which happened to be this aircraft you're looking at here, at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Boeing 787 Delivery Center facility in North Charleston, South Carolina on June 19, 2019. Then made its actual debut 9 days later on June 28, 2019, when it flew from Taipei-Taoyuan to Hong Kong. Then a short time later, EVA Air started performing a series of validation flights on this particular aircraft when it flew from Taipei-Taoyuan to Hangzhou, China, Osaka, Kansai, Shenzhen, China, Macau, and Tokyo, Narita for flight certification purposes, which gave the flight crews, the maintenance crews, as well as the ground staff personnel time to get familiar with the aircraft per se before the actual international flight launch. Then fast forward 3 months later, and that's when EVA Air's first inaugural international flight on this aircraft actually took place, which was on October 9, 2019. And that's when EVA Air officially began employing this aircraft on their Taipei to Brisbane, Australia route, replacing their Airbus A330s that was previously utilized on this particular route, as the airline's entire fleet of Boeing 787-10s are currently based and operated out of the airline's main operating hub at Taipei-Taoyuan International Airport. EVA Air originally ordered a total of 20 Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliners to add to their fleet. However, on September 1st, 2020, EVA Air decided to reshuffle its entire Boeing 787 fleet order when the airline decided to trim its total Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft order from 20 down to 17. And at the time of this video review posting, There are only 7 that are currently operating in service, while the remaining 10 are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery, as this particular aircraft is destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Taipei-based carrier, as EVA Air expects all 17 of their Boeing 787-10s to be fully operating in their fleet by the end of 2022, which is this year. Now let's talk about the livery scheme on this aircraft. This is EVA Air's current livery scheme, in which the airline unveiled along with its new corporate identity on November 11, 2015 at the Boeing Delivery Center facility, which is located in Everett, Washington, the same day that EVA Air took delivery of its 22nd Boeing 777-300ER jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number Bravo-16725, which became the first actual aircraft in the EVA Air fleet that actually begun sporting this livery scheme, as the darker green tone, which you see under the belly of the aircraft, which is another characteristic that was taken from evergreen, combined with the orange wavy cheek line. You see that? I'll show you that later on. That actually emphasizes the EVA Air difference concept is intended to make sure that the carrier stands out as a globally respected airline, as well as keeping it consistent with its core identity as well as its core values. Whereas the simplified tail design actually makes the compass, which is considered the airline's logo, the focal point for the EVA Air brand, while staying true to their commitment to provide a top quality service and safe flights at the same time, as this particular livery scheme actually became EVA Air's third livery scheme change since the airline was founded in 1989 as an affiliate of the global shipping company, the Evergreen Group. So, with all that information out of the way about the history of this aircraft, as well as the nice looking unique livery scheme you see on this aircraft, with no further ado, allow me to get down to the nitty gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, now looking at the front of the aircraft, we're going to start at the front here on the port side left side, where you see the EVA Air titles right there. I'll go into that momentarily. You see the front nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on there, 01. See the Peter tubes and the static ports, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. Please stay tuned. I'll give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model review. But between the cockpit windows and the L1 entrance door is the Star Airlines decal, which is happened to be this little decal you're looking at here. And EVA Air actually joined the Star Alliance on June 18, 2013, which consists of 26 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. And this alliance actually includes Air Canada, Lufthansa, SAS Scandinavian Airlines System, Thai Airways International, and United Airlines as the 5 founding members. And then we're going to show you this orange cheek line. It goes all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. I'm going to show you that now, which I find impressive. As well as the dark green on the underbelly as well. I'll show you that at a later part of the review, okay? All right, and then now you're looking at the Boeing Dreamliner decal that's displayed next to the L1 and L2 doors, which is right here and right there. This particular state-of-the-art aircraft was officially given the name the Dreamliner sometime back in July 2003 after a public naming competition was held for the 787, in which this aircraft was originally named, and was officially given the name of this particular aircraft, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft, sometime in January 2005. All right, we still at the front of the aircraft here on the port side left side, and right below the business class windows is the actual registration ship number, Bravo-17801. Registration ship number Bravo-17801. This aircraft is the very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that actually entered the EVA Air fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on May 30, 2019 and was delivered to EVA Air on June 19, 2019. All right. We stay at the front of the aircraft here on the port side, and we're going to look at the colors. The darker green tone colors, which is this down here, as well as the EVA Air title, represents signifying durability, while the orange wavy cheat line, you see that right there, it goes all the way back towards the back of the aircraft, as I mentioned earlier. See? Represents technological innovation. That's what the orange wavy cheat line represents, okay? And then you see the EVA Air billboard title right up here. And the name EVA was created from the first 2 letters of Evergreen combined with the first 3 letters of Airways, okay? Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft, and underneath the wings is the outer landing bogey gears here that features the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors. But more important, you see these big massive engines you're looking at, and these are the General Electric Gen X-1B turbofan type engines that are used on this particular EVA Air Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft. You also see the engine cones right there as well. Then you see the G logo on the engine column, and then you see the sawtooth pattern. Okay, the purpose of this sawtooth pattern, folks, is noise reduction and help improve fuel efficiency on this aircraft at the same time. Now we're going to turn this aircraft model around. We're going to actually find out if the turbofan blades on these engines actually spin. Let's check it out. All right, now looking at the front of the engines here on the port slash left side, featuring the engine strike slash air deflectors there. Now we're going to find out to see if the turbofan blades on these engines actually spin. Let's check it out and find out. Yes, they do. Perfect. Then you see the inboard landing lights right there in the triangular pattern. See the 3 little dots right there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears, including the landing gear struts and the actual landing gear doors. All right, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side slash right side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strike slash air deflectors there as well. Now let's see if they spin over here as well. Perfect. Awesome. And then you see the inboard landing lights here on this side of the aircraft, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears, including the landing gear struts, as well as the actual landing gear doors. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft where you see the power escape hatch door. I'll give you a better visual view of that detail later on in the review. You got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the radon nose cone, the nose gear doors, the landing gear lights inside of the nose gear doors, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. All right. All right, now you're looking at the curved rake wingtip device on this side of this aircraft on the port side, featuring the red navigation light. A little paint smear issue there, but no big deal though. All right. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the dark green right here, as well as the multicolored green right there, and the orange cheat line. See there, the AFT boat bin door, the registration ship number I mentioned earlier, as well as the Dreamliner decal that I mentioned earlier as well. But you're looking at the Boeing 787-10 decal you see looking right here by the AFT boat bin door. The Boeing 787-10 decal indicates that EVA Air has officially become one of 9 carriers in the world of aviation, along with launch customer Singapore Airlines based out of Singapore, Etihad Airways based out of Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, United Airlines based out of Chicago, Illinois, ANA All Nippon Airways based out of Tokyo, Japan, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines based out of Amsterdam, Vietnam Airlines based out of Hanoi, Vietnam, Saudi Airlines based out of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and British Airways based out of London, England, that's currently operating the Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in their fleets as of January 2022, or at the time of this video review posting. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft. What you're looking at is the green tail fin of the aircraft, and it's on that green tail fin of the aircraft is the actual Airlines logo, which is this right here. And this is the logo of EVA Air, which is a modified version of the Evergreen Group logo, which is actually called the Globe logo, as this particular logo is intended to represent stability and reliability, while its positioning on the corner edge of the tail fin of the aircraft actually represents service innovation. You see it right there. And then looking at the back of the aircraft again, you see the strobe light right here, as well as the APU auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right there as well. See there? As well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, the EVA Air Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft from the rear view angle. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side / right side of the aircraft, where you see the front nose landing gears, landing gear struts, the landing gear door, featuring the partial registration ship number on there, 01, the pitot tubes and the static ports, the radon nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the Star Alliance decal, the registration ship number, the EVA Air title, as well as the front cargo container loading door, and the blue and dark green cheat line you see that goes all the way back to the rear of the aircraft, as you can see there. Okay. Alright, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft here on the starboard side, and underneath the wings is the actual General Electric Gen X 1B turbofan type engines on this side of the aircraft here as well, featuring the General Electric logo on the engine cowling, the engine cones right there, as well as the sawtooth patterns I mentioned earlier for noise reduction to help improve fuel efficiency at the same time. And then you see the landing gears here, including the landing gear struts, as well as the actual landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the rate curve wingtip device on this side of the aircraft, the starboard side, featuring the green navigation light you see there as well. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the Dreamliner decal, you see the orange wavy cheat line, the dark green colors here, the rear cargo container loading door, the Boeing 787-10 decal, the registration ship number, as well as the Airlines logo on the green tail fin of the aircraft as well. And then there's the strobe light right here on this side of the aircraft as well, next to the APU exhaust hole. Okay. Alright, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. So we're going to check them out right now. Alright, awesome. Rolls pretty good. Still got to be careful though. These gears are very delicate and sensitive. Alright. And the aircraft models tilt, as you can see there. And then the front nose gear, you see there, it swivels there, there, and there. Okay. So with that said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at this aircraft from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front. You see the radon nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the pilot escape hatch door, and then you see the EVA Air titles on both sides, and then you see emergency escape hatch door number 1 and the anti-collision beacon light. And then you come right here, you see the high frequency antenna, satellite communications antenna, and emergency escape hatch door number 2, and then that's the Wi-Fi box antenna. And then emergency escape hatch door number 3, and then a couple more high frequency antennas, and then there's the vertical stabilizer known as the tail fin, and then there's the horizontal stabilizer featuring a little dot right there, as well as right there. Those little dots are actually called luminary lights, and the sole purpose of those luminary lights is to actually light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings and the engines. Well, you have no wing walkway, but you got the engines right there, as well as the no-step warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, as well as the curved rate wingtip on this side of the aircraft. Let's check out over here. You got the engines right there, and then there's the wing. No wing walkway, but you got the no-step warning information on the wing, including the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, as well as the curved rate wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, where it's mostly white, orange, and dark green, as you see there. And we're going to start at the front, the radon nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the nose gear door, the front nose gear, and then we slide up here, was all dark green from this point on, the anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the stand goes in at, a couple high frequency antennas there, and then there's the horizontal stabilizers underneath. And let's check out the gears right here. Little tilt issue, but that's all right. You see the GE engines right there, including the GE logo, as well as the wings underneath, includes the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the rake wingtip underneath. Let's check out this side here. And gears there, engine there, featuring the GE logo there, as well as the wings right here. Includes the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, since I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little metal model stand I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Okay, finally got this model on the stand with no problem, no hesitation. As you see it being displayed in the takeoff land position, being viewed from the port side of the aircraft. Now you see the model on the stand being displayed in the front view angle in the takeoff landing position. And now you see it being viewed in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the starboard side of the aircraft. And finally, you see this model in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the tail cam angle. Alright, before I take this model to stand, I got it in its position at this angle for a reason, and the reason is the actual magnetic gears that actually came with the models. So I'm going to go ahead and take my model, let you see what I'm talking about. Let's start at the front nose gear. That's magnetic. The outer bogey gear here on the port side, that's magnetic as well. And the outer bogey gear on the starboard side, that's magnetic as well too. So with that said, I'm going to let you see this model at a different angle in flight mode position without the gears on the model stand. Check it out. All right, now you're looking at this model being displayed on the stand in flight mode / gears up position without the gears. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model like this. If you want to continue to display it like this without the gears on it in flight mode / gears up position, that's fine. You see these gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag featuring the two little toothpicks. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors. So you can substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you do like I do, just keep it in the gear down position with the gears on there. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model off the stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review, all right? All right, let's talk about the seating configuration. The EVA Air Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft seats 342 passengers in a two-class configured cabin layout. Here's a breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 10, which will be from here to about right here. You have 34 Royal L'Oreal business class seats in rows 20 to 59, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 308 economy class seats, which brings a total of 342 seats. And finally, and in addition to Hong Kong, Hangzhou, China, Osaka, Kansai, Shenzhen, China, Macau, and Tokyo, Narita as the first validated test flight destinations, as well as Brisbane, Australia as the official inaugural international flight destination for this particular aircraft. EVA Air currently employs this aircraft or have previously utilized this aircraft, the Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, on routes from Taipei-Taoyuan International Airport in Taipei, Taiwan, to worldwide destinations such as Amsterdam Schiphol, Netherlands, Bangkok Suvarnabhumi, Chengdu, China, Kaohsiung, Taiwan, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Rome Fiumicino, Seoul Incheon, Vienna, Austria, and Vancouver for cargo. So those are the routes, and this will pretty much conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, or if you're going to get the second re-release, because they come with another one. JC Wings is coming with another one as well. If you can snatch either one of them up, it's even better. I highly recommend it. This is definitely a high recommended model. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.